Namaste and welcome to Dragonfly Cookery and Knives. Today I want to show you and introduce to you how some of these cookeries, the new designs that we're doing, come into being. Oftentimes what I will do is I will sit down and sketch out an accurate or as accurate design as I can. As you see here, this one is for the Village Sirupate Khukuri that we did, and this one is based off of a very old Sirupate villager Sirupate. And what we wanted to do was take the overall spirit of the blade, the original design of the blade, but make it into a lighter and more useful tool. And that would also include the chakmak that was implemented in it, as well as the carta that was implemented. I wanted the carta to be large enough to be very useful. So this is the concept and design that we came up with. Now, excuse me for a moment, I'm going to step out of frame. This is the original cookery that we based that design off of. This is a very old Sirupate, villager Sirupate. And as you can see, this is a very unique shaped blade. And it's not your typical cookery that has a very steep elbow and steep angle design. Actually has a very subtle design and very subtle slope, almost a straight blade. It's relatively thick and it's a pretty substantial and heavy blade. It is a half tang, so it goes in partially into the wood. Very nice checkered designs. It has very nice design up here on the spine, traditional cowdy. This is a very useful blade, beautiful designed handle, but very rough, very crude. They didn't sand it and polish it, make it look real pretty. As you can see, the blade is blackened, so it still has the forging marks on the blade. So this is a blade that was designed 100% to be used probably out in the field. It does not have a frog, so this was carried in a patuka. More than likely it's a very thick scabbard. And this is the original carta and the original chakmak that it came with. It comes with a tender pouch that has a lid over it, so your tender would not fall out, with a little leather loop to fasten it, to tighten it up. Very, very nice package, very beautiful, and this is very well preserved. There's no cuts. There's a little bit of marking on the leather, but otherwise it's in excellent, excellent condition. Now, with that, let me show you what we came up with. I already showed you the design concept that we put down on paper with the measurements and dimensions. This is the end result. The kami that worked on this one was Raju Barali, and he's just a tremendous and fantastic kami. I'm going to talk more about how he and I work together, and the same thing with Neem Tenji. I can give either of these kami a concept and design, and they put their own personality and their own imagination into it. So they get the idea, they get the gist of what it is, and then they put their design elements into it as well. In this particular case, I did not give him, I gave him the photos of the original scabbard to work from. With that, he came up with understanding that it was going to go into a patuka, so he put in the patuka buttons in the scabbard, which is excellent. He put a metal tip on, or which is a brass tip, to protect the end from getting banged up and scuffed. However, he did exactly the same with the pouch, and he has a little hand braided keeper that latches around a piece of leather to hold the pouch closed. You have your tender pouch here, and he even included a smaller tender pouch that you could put, keep it extra dry. Comes with the chakmak, And as you can see, it's tightly in there, so it's not going to fall out and you're not going to lose it. Very good size and functional. I had him put some texture on it, so that way when you are actually taking out rolled edges on your blade, it will have more effect. It has a 90-degree spine on it, so you can throw sparks. Pointed enough to where you could actually use it to bore a hole if you ran out of tinder and you needed to use a friction method of starting a fire, like doing a bow drill. Here is the carta, and as you can see, this is of a very functional width and length of blade. I believe the blade is almost 4 inches, and the handle is about, I would say, 3.5. It's the measurements I have exactly, will have it exactly on my website. I did do a review on this that's upcoming and will be posted on Facebook, where you will be able to see all the dimensions as I speak. Very beautiful, very functional, good size. This could be an EDC knife easily in itself, with a sheath hanging from your belt. It's a little bit too big for a neck knife, which also accentuates the fact that this is a very useful little knife that you're getting with this blade. This is the kukri that he did. This is based off of our original design. What we did do different is we did extend the tang all the way to a butt plate. So it has a steel butt plate with the keeper. So it's a full rat tail tang design. Very secure blade. We put in a slight hollow grind on the blade to lighten the blade. So this is nowhere near as heavy as the original is, yet you still have the same length and profile. As you can see, it is still at a slight angle, more straight than you would see most Sirupates and most Kukri. And it comes with our stamp of the dragonfly logo. On the back here, you'll see a stamp here, which is a half circle and a little diamond shape. In Hinduism, what that would symbolize is you have Maya, which is the circle, and enlightenment, which is the ultimate goal that all Hindu practitioners of yoga strive for, is self-realization or enlightenment. And that's what that little dot means. As far as when you see that symbol, it has a spiritual meaning. Now, it is true that when you get into some of the military blades, especially with officer grades, you'll see that also implemented on there, which will have a military meaning. But on the spiritual side, in Hinduism, when they would put that design on blades, that's what it was indicating. Reminding about, as a remembrance of what our goals are as spiritual seekers: total enlightenment, self-realization, moksha. This is the Villager Sirupate, which you will find on our website soon, and you will see a full review on Facebook very soon. So please look us up at Blue Dragonfly Trading Post and message me with any information or any questions, I should say, or if you have a desire to purchase this. This is the only one. This is the prototype, so this one will be a custom made. If you wish it to be made without the full tang, that can be arranged and done. Otherwise, look for it. It will soon be on our website at Dragonfly Kukri and Knives. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe on our YouTube when you see this posted. Again, thank you. Namaste.